Good morning. Good
Morning,
morning.
morning, ma'am.
Yeah, there was some technical glitch at my end. Sorry for that 5 minutes delay. Yes, we were actually at the end of Unit 1 talking about personalities. So, anyone would like to share their views on personality? Yesterday, I had given you all some thought over personality and asked you all to ponder upon it, think over it, and come up with your sharing or your whatever thoughts with respect to personality. Anyone would like to contribute? I had asked you all to recall few personalities which you feel that you were quite impressed or you were affected or you were inspired, motivated by viewing their life canvas or reading their books or understanding their work. You could identify the traits in them. Has it happened with any of y'all? Anyone?
I'm revising about yesterday. We saw about the components of transactional analysis. We saw the pack where uh, parent, child, and adult ego. Then
Okay.
last time we saw analysis of self-analysis, Johari window in that. Then live script and the OK Coral you told us yesterday, stalking. Then after that, you told about complementary transaction, cross transactional, ulterior.
Mm-hmm.
Those are unknown and hidden personalities or the transactions.
Okay.
And I saw the videos yesterday, which you gave
Okay.
the link.
Mm-hmm.
So one was about mayors and bricks,
Mm-hmm.
where it was informed about four basic functions about the information and the decision. It was divided into two part. What information we get, information also was divided into two part. That whatever we sense, what we see through our senses, whatever scan through the environment, through the touch or whatever we hear, that it is transformed into second phase, that is relating reading between the lines. They told feeling about, once we sense it, then we feel about the information,
Mm-hmm.
and then we make a decision about based on this information what we receive or what we sense.
Mm-hmm.
That was there in that video about mayors and bricks.
Okay,
Then
good that
we,
you got time to see that. I mean, that's really
yeah.
wonderful because the when we say reading between the lines, many times the session goes on and you understand few things, but then you miss out few things. So
Mm.
these are complementing the understanding which you are having right now. Okay, good. Go ahead.
Yeah, so in that also it was mentioned, means whatever conclusion they got, it there are many personalities, like almost they told 16 types of personalities are there.
Mm-hmm.
And in the end, after whatever information we get on thinking, that we also feel whatever the values are there, or means once we sense, once we implement it, once we think over it, we put our logics and we feel about that information. So that was about the mayor's theory, we can say. That is what I could get from that video. And one, you gave the link about analyzing ourselves, so it was long list of knowing yourself. Hello. Hello.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes,
probably
ma'am.
there was a problem with my Wi-Fi actually, so I was not able to hear and suddenly it got disconnected. So did Dipali complete your whatever sharing you did?
Yes, ma'am. And also, you told to talk to the students which we are and get the personality and talk about them.
Yes, that was an important exercise which I had
Hmm.
asked you all.
Yeah, that also we have done.
The initials of the person you're talking to. So anyone would like to volunteer to share?
Hi there, ma'am.
Yes, Neha.
Morning. Uh, so I would like to put some light on this particular exercise. So I would like to speak about Dipali Suprivanshi.
Okay.
First, in my mind, comes for Dipali is she's a very disciplined girl,
Mhm.
and the next point which comes in my mind for her is maturity. So as she has got a lot of experience in her professional and personal life, she's enough mature to handle these kind of experience or challenges in a positive way.
Okay.
And I can say about her, she's very organized in terms of keeping her stuff at place and very well.
How
Also,
did you get this information, Neha? You called and you interacted with her.
yeah, I interacted with her, and since we are knowing each other, but since we spoke to someone else also, but people have already chosen friends, so we took each other's name, and then we
Okay.
spoke about hobbies and everything.
Okay. Okay. So because you got the experiences, you are aware of that personality, and hence you
Very,
could pinpoint the traits in her, personality
yeah,
traits.
yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So it was your experience which actually took you to the understanding of what Dipali as a personality reflects in your eyes.
Yes, ma'am.
Many times you also tend to interact with the people around her, or the situations maybe you might have experienced it yourself, and because of which you come to know about that personality. Okay, as it may be your friend, you are a part of that particular environment. If you are not a friend, probably you may talk to other people who are in vicinity of the Pali, as a person. Okay, or if that person is a professional person, a colleague, you may talk to the subordinates or your peers or other departments. Probably you may come to know with various situations you may handle being part of that environment. Okay, so accordingly you can understand the personality traits. If it is a fictitious character or if it is a in historical character, you might have required to read the books and see the movies, or get some source of information elsewhere. So in your case, you were aware of that person, you have interacted earlier, and you might have come across many situations where Dipali gave the reflections of she being so organized, she being so matured because of her reflections that she gave, the signals which she gave in a particular situation. Probably she might have handled that situation in a peculiar way, and the way she handled it, you were observing, you were understanding, you were feeling. Okay, so you were attached to that particular situation, and that gave you understanding of what this personality is, and you put the traits as organized, you put the adjectives like being disciplined. So disciplined Dipali, you will be known henceforth Dipali as disciplined Dipali. Yeah. So Dipali, over to you. How you would like to talk about Neha?
Yeah, ma'am. First of all, actually, we reached two people, but they told that they already have chosen. So we did not have any option.
Mhm.
About Neha, I will say nimble Neha means active and quick moving. It
Mhm.
means, and she has the ability to respond to the things effectively and properly. She has the adaptability trait in her,
Mhm.
because I've seen her always. She accepts the challenges. I remember one thing where she was asked suddenly for an on-site opportunity, and she had to go alone. It was really a very difficult task, which is usually we know that on-site is like everything has been arranged.
Mhm.
But there it was, she alone had to travel, alone had to do everything. So whatever she told me about in a 1 week, whatever she did, so it was really challenging. It was not like other on-site opportunity.
Mhm.
So that she's adaptable in, she got adapted to that environment. She had to do everything on her own. So that thing shows her energy, her personality of accepting everything in a positive way.
Mhm.
She's social. She makes friends easily. Um, because I met her, it was due to the way we conveyed or way we communicated.
Mhm.
Being in different project also. So social, energetic, yes, always energetic. She's creative. She likes paper quilling and all collections. I have seen her in her home.
Mhm.
So that is what about Neha. Nimble Neha.
Great, great, great. Thank you so much, Dipali and Neha. You all have really, nailed it. You can say the exercise. Had it been a class environment, it would have been really fun watching you all talking about each other and explaining the thing so well. So nimble Neha and disciplined Dipali. Okay, I guess they deserve claps from all of us, and on all of y'all, on behalf of y'all, I would like to clap for them as it is a virtual session.
Thank
So, and yeah, so that is how we actually come across the personalities that are around us. And I mean, sometimes they get evolved. Like what Dipali explained about Neha, considering a particular situation which was challenging, and probably even Neha might have not been aware that she would have really taken this challenge. Probably she had the confidence, but then sometimes we don't know. I mean, it is something which gets evolved in a particular situation. So नॉट ओनली पर्सनालिटी, एक्चुअली वो बिल्डअप होता है अपने कॉन्फिडेंस से और अपने एटीट्यूड से भी, जो हमने पहले देखा है व्हाट इज एन एटीट्यूड. ओके, सो द वे वी एक्चुअली रिएक्ट टू अ पर्टिकुलर सिचुएशन, okay, shows our attitude, and our personality is evolved. Like when she Dipali said nimbleness about Neha, how I mean, it also showed that Neha had that courage to even take up the challenge. Probably she might have not been aware about it because she might have not experienced that situation before. Okay, going on site all alone for the first time, definitely, you know There might have been challenges in her mind which she might have been thinking about, but then those were overcome. As far as at the mental level, level, the decision making, she was fast and energetic, right, to take the challenge. Otherwise, I had the confidence. I wanted to take the challenge, but then I kept on thinking only, and the opportunity has gone. So even though if you are courageous and if you are you have that ability and you have that attitude to take up the challenges in a creative way, but then even time matters. So here in case of Neha, she was quick enough to take her decision based upon the information she had, and she was definitely a nimble Neha. So thanks Neha and Dipali. Anyone else quickly can take up the chance? Maybe just one more. Anyone, or shall we move ahead? Anyone would like to talk about? One more thing on what Dipali and Neha have just enacted over here, rather shared their wonderful exercise, is did you observe that when Dipali talked about Neha, she also, I mean, one more thing reflected was, see, when we talk about personality, sometimes it is not inborn. It, as I said, it gets evolved. So all of us have chance to actually come up with a desired personality. So basically, it is not a skill. Basically, it is something which gets evolved over time, because of maturity, because of the attitude, because of the circumstances and the information which you are getting. You need to be you need to be tuned to the information, the latest information. Probably you need to be adaptable, flexible enough to take up the things around you. And so you are actually deciding your preferences. So, predominantly, when we talk about personality, we are actually considering it as our choices, our preferences, need not be a skill. Okay, it's our preferences. And when we talk about Meyer-Briggs model, we are talking about different types of personalities, and people have preferences and people have abilities. So those abilities and preferences decide and evolve you as a personality, a typical personality. Traits are reflected in your. Okay, so another exercise which I would have given you all would be, writing your name in with your right hand, or I just give you all a command. Okay, please write your name. Okay, typically what you would have done, all of you all write your name. Most of us are right-handed. You'll write your name right with your right hand, and those who are lefty would go for it. Okay, and then I would like to take an experiment with you all. Now write your only name but with the other hand than which you have used in your regular fashion. You can do it right now also. You'll observe that the regular hand which you have used, may it be right or left hand, whichever is your regular hand, was easy for you, whereas you took efforts, but you attempted. Okay, so actually when we talk about this, it's a skill which you develop, the skill which you develop over time. Okay, so when we talk about this, it is not the preference, it is the skill which you have developed. On the contrary, when we talk about personality, it gets evolved based upon your inner abilities, and based on your abilities, based on the other circumstantial evidences and circumstantial facts which are happening around you. You take the clues from the environment and you give your preference. You make choices and you make a decision, and that actually is helping you to build your personality. Okay, that's how you build your personality. Let's move ahead with the session. I'll start sharing the screen. I hope the screen is visible, all of y'all. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So we were talking also about nature of personality, and when we talked about nature of personality, we mentioned that the study of personality reveals three distinct aspects. Personality reflects individual differences. Okay, so for example, when I'm saying something, a particular person is actually starting a new business. Now, when I say that a person is starting a new business, I also would like to mention that okay, this is a person who is like like Neha, ready to take risk in life, ready to take the challenges in life. Okay, so when I'm a startup, I'm having a startup, I want to have some new venture. Actually, I'm showing my willingness to take the risk. Maybe some other person, my peer, might be happy in doing a job, not a startup. I have the ability to be an entrepreneur, not my peer or not my colleague. Okay, because she might be more interested in a regular 9 to 5 job. Our personalities are different. I'm willing to take risk, and she wants security. Okay, so here we can understand that it reflects the individual differences, because underneath it lies our own choices that we make in our lives. Second, personality is consistent and enduring. Now when it's basically some kind of one example I would give here. uh, a mother says he's been stubborn since childhood. Yes, I hai, because that particular child has been consistently showing the same behavioral pattern since childhood. कुछ बदला नहीं है एज के साथ. एज बढ़ा लेकिन उसका तरीका नहीं बदला, कैसे बर्ताव वो करता है. So that becomes a pattern in his behavior. It would be good or bad. Okay, so when we talk about, like for example, in terms of in the professional environment, when we talk about consumption behavior, we as consumers of various products, our consumption pattern varies, because there are other factors also, okay, affecting our choices. Okay, it could be our psychological choices, based on psychology, based on our socio cultural environment, etc. That depends on how we are exposed to. Okay, and the way we have been brought up, the way the environment we have been exposed to, based on that we actually make our choices. Okay, personality is only one of the number of factors that influence such kind of behavioral pattern. Okay, there are other factors also, but predominantly such kind of choices are made based on such factors. And last thing to say is over here is personality can change. Okay, please remember, when Mayer Briggs model, you might have seen in the video, probably I have a snapshot of it over here. Definitely it talks about various aspects which talks about preferences and ability. But point to remember is that there is a multiple permutation and combination of these traits which are reflected. So probably in order to position yourself, I'm using the words which we have already used in OK Coral. If you want to have your life positions, you are the master of your life canvas. In Marathi, we have one spiritual leader who says, "Tu's tuja जीवनाचा शिल्पकार." It's not wrong. I mean, it's like something which really needs to be thought of in a managerial term. In organizational behavior, we have seen it in OK Coral. Okay, because it is in your hand to design your future. Okay, because you are having that ability. It is up to you to recognize it, get the clues, and position yourself. If you position yourself properly, okay, you are actually climbing the success ladder pretty fast, because you are adapting the things fast, and you are ready to take up the challenges, and you are ready to tune in with whatever situation you face in your life. Because okay, you may recognize that okay, it's okay to change. Your personality which was fitting in a particular XYZ job may not fit in the PQR new job. Okay, so because the situations are different, probably if you're changing a company, your job profile, you may come across this situation, the teething problems of getting adapted. Plus, but you need to understand that you cannot sustain and survive if you be stubborn and rigid with your own way of thinking. Personality may change due to abrupt events and also part of gradual maturation process. If you are mature enough, you may not get distracted by the things changing around you. please remember, the remote control of your behavior is should be kept in your hand. Not, you should not give it away to the situation. The situation shouldn't drive you, the other person shouldn't drive you. Like in a particular on a particular road, if you go, okay, and there is a, people are not, they are not disciplined, okay, the more you have grudges about it, the more you will have distress, the more it is going to affect your psychological condition, and you may go, you may lose your mood and tempo, okay. But with maturity and with control kept in your own hand, you don't get affected and you don't abuse that person who is in discipline. But you may be cool, calm, mature enough to handle that situation. And okay, it's okay for him to be that way. It is up to me how I need to react to that situation. So let's adapt to it, and let's be more alert. Being more alert is in your hand. You cannot change that other person's behavior every time, if it is even not there in your vicinity and your reach. So your maturity will lead you to handling that situation in a better way. Okay, because when we talk about so many situations, it could be your marriage, it could be your, birth of a child, it would be losing of a person. So many incidences happen in our lives. ओके, तो कंट्रोल किसके पास रखना चाहिए? एनवायरनमेंट के पास, दूसरे आदमी के पास, या खुद के पास? Your remote control should be there in your own hands, and you need to tune in your personality based on the requirement of that situation. Okay, because when we talk about people, people tend to be more conservative as they age and mature. Some people may actually get adapted, whereas some people may become more stubborn. Okay, so personality traits is something which you need to delve inside within yourself and evolve yourself to fit in the situation and achieve your goal. Okay, as you as an individual or maybe your group. I had already given this activity, well, let's move ahead. Personality sources also we have talked about this also, importance of personality in performance. And we were here talking about Myers-Briggs type of indicator. Okay, because this is one of the important model which I had asked you all to see this 3-minute video, and I expect that you might have seen it. And Dipali has definitely given us an overview of what this particular Myers-Briggs type indicator has been, she has seen in this particular video. Okay, so basically the end conclusion of this particular Myers-Briggs type indicator is differences in behavior are not random. Okay, due to consistent differences in perception and judgment is what all matters, and it is based on the Jung's theory of psychological types, which are defined in Myers-Briggs type indicator. The Myers-Briggs type indicator, over here you can see, personality affects behavior in various situations, as just I have mentioned. Okay, so how we are going to measure it or assess it? This is a tool, we can say, MBTI, that is Myers-Briggs type indicator, which is a personality assessment instrument. How it works? Myers-Briggs have classified it into 4 personality traits, or categories or dichotomies, based on the answers given, for being: one, extraversion, introversion, sensing, and intuition. This is another video which I would like you all to see, and based on that, you would get more details about Myers-Briggs type indicator with examples. With examples, okay. I'll just try to give you a glimpse of it. Because of the time factor, I'm not going to run the whole video. I'll do one thing. I'll also paste it in the chat box. Is the screen visible?
No, ma'am.
I hope it's
Human
visible and
beings enjoy
audible.
Visible?
categorizing
Yes,
things.
ma'am.
It facilitates our understanding of relationships between things or concepts that might seem unrelated, as well as creating initial connections that in turn build relationships. It's no surprise then that personality quizzes are so popular, although the majority of them are either outrageously inaccurate or somewhat true at best. The Myers-Briggs test, however, has gained much popularity as a deeply insightful and accurate profile of characteristics within a person. Created by Isabel Briggs Myers and her mother Catherine, the test based on Carl Jung's psychological types categorizes individuals into one of 16 types. These types are four-letter acronyms, divided on the different ways a person perceives and relates to the world and others around them. The four-letter acronyms can be defined as the following: introvert versus extrovert. The first acronym characterizes individuals as either introverted or extroverted. A misconception of introverts is that they are reserved or shy, but it is actually how they derive energy from their inner world and need to be alone to recharge. They may feel drained of energy when spending too much time with others. Extroverts, on the other hand, are energized by interaction with people. Their energy comes from outer world activities, as they prefer to move into action and make things happen. Intuition versus sensing. Sensing types tend to pay attention to the physical world around them.
Practical.
They notice facts, the practicality of things, and trust experience heavily.
Routines in our lives.
Intuitive types prefer to work with the abstract, paying more attention to meaning and patterns.
Bigger picture
They
of
are
the
more
world.
interested in new possibilities or thinking about ideas than reality and hands-on experience. Thinking versus feeling.
Reasoning.
This pair describes how individuals prefer to make decisions. Thinkers prefer to make decisions logically, by being impersonal to avoid outside influences. They look for logical explanations,
Reasoning and
then
logic.
apply it when making
Logical
decisions, and believe that truth is more important than tact. In contrast, feeling types weigh personal opinion
Emotions.
and other points of view when making decisions. Concerned with harmony and how the people involved will be
Their own
affected,
experiences
they
in
lean
life.
more towards tact than telling the cold truth. They like to approach decision making through compassion and heart. And lastly, judging versus perceiving. These traits express your orientation to the outer world, what others tend to see. Judging types are commonly seen as orderly and live to have control over their lives
Very
through
structured and
organisation.
very rigid.
They are seen as list makers, task orientated, and are usually work before play kind of people.
Discipline.
Those who are a perceiving type, however, appear to be flexible and spontaneous. Instead of organising their world, perceiving types look as if they want to adapt to it,
Spontaneous.
mixing work and play and keeping plans to a minimum. So, those are the four categories of the Myers-Briggs personality types. An individual's final type is made up of one of each of the categories, then combined. In the description below are links to various sources.
Okay. So back to the slides. So Mayer-Briggs model we were seeing here as extraversion, introversion, sensing, and intuitions. These are the four categories based on which this Myers-Briggs type indicator model is based on. And according to the permutation and combination of all these categories, a personality can be identified, or even our own personality analysis you can do. Okay, so these are some of the, permutation and combination. You can take a snapshot of this, so that you can really work on it, and you can assess your own personality of what, in which category you fall in. Okay, so that you may come to know your own personality. Okay, it would have been a great exercise in the class when I take volunteers and, ask certain questions, so that that person's personality is enacted, and then we come to conclusion, okay, they fall in these either of these traits, which we can see. So you can see here, it could be extroverts, that is E. Extroverts are energized by people, enjoy and variety of tasks, quick pace, and are good at multitasking. Introverts often like working alone or in small groups, prefer or more deliberate pace, and like to focus on one task at a time diligently. Sensors are realistic people who like to focus on facts and details. They apply common sense and past experience to find practical solutions to the problem. And intuitives are those people who prefer to focus on possibilities. These people, they really on bigger picture of life, as I said. Okay, they easily see patterns, value innovation, and seek creative solution to the problem, because they have the tendency to, look out of the box and take creative decisions. Thinkers tend to make their decisions using logical analysis. They are more focused on reasoning style of thinking. They objectively weigh pros and cons and value honesty, consistency, and fairness in their particular decision making process. Of course, here you need not be overthinker. Okay, there is always, something which is more than desired level, it goes off the track. Feelers tend to be sensitive and cooperative, and decide based on their own personal values. Okay, they go on their own experiences or predispositions and emotions, and how they will be affected by whatever actions they do. So these are the feelers, or feeling is the more important trait over here, or category over here. And the last segment is judger and perceiver, that is being judgmental. Judges tend to be organized and prepared. They are quite structured, and they have controlled temperaments, and they like to make and stick to their plans, and are comfortable following most of the rules. These are some of the judges, or the people, those who follow disciplined approach. And those who are perceivers, they prefer to keep their options open, and they are spontaneous decision makers. They are very flexible and adaptive. Okay, they like to be able to act spontaneously and like to be flexible with their plan. So we may have combinations of these traits, these categories, okay, in our personality. So when we talk about Myers-Briggs personality, basically whatever traits are defined in these four categories: extroverts and introverts, sensors or intuitives, thinkers or feelers, judgers or perceivers. These four categories can be have, the Mayer and Brick have uh, bifurcated them, or permutation और combination बना के उसका 16 types में classification propose किया है. We can just go through it and you'll come to know what I mean to say. The first one is ESTJ. You can come back to the slide. ESTJ, a combination of the first row of all the columns. Okay, ESTJ, that is extrovert, sensor, thinker, and judger. Okay, usually the supervisor, okay, who is actually trying to enforce certain rules and regulations towards the team members. Inspector, ISTJ. 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 Just imagine ISTJ. That is introvert, sensor, thinker, and judger. You can identify the traits of what a particular personality of that profession of our inspector need. Okay, he is the person who is going to certify and approve your acts, whether it is legitimate or not, whether it is the act is illegal or legal. Okay, he may be in a position to certify and allow or disapprove. Okay, accordingly you can see these personality types later. such as a provider, a protector, promoter, crafter, performer, composer. These are the demonstrative types which are given here. Okay, a teacher, okay, counselor, champion, a healer, a field master, a mastermind, field marshal, a mastermind, inventor, okay, architect. Okay, so these are some of the examples. We may take one more as an example, say a healer, INFP. If we go back and see INFP, okay, a person who is a healer, he is introvert, silent personality, intuitive, he has past experience and past predispositions in his or her mind, and he's actually having that feeling, he understand other person's point of view, and he has certain perception, and because of that spontaneous spontaneity, he can immediately, apply his thought process and heal a particular person. Okay, INFP. Okay, so later on you can just focus on one particular example and go back and see in which personality type what are the traits as per these four categories. So these are the 16 personality types which are defined by Myers-Briggs model. Okay, so the four dichotomies are there in front of you. For example, two persons, we have already talked about it, so you can see it later on. Now there are two more videos which I would like to give away, that is how MBT works actually, and which of these 16 Myers-Briggs personality type are you. You may take it at the home. I'll just put it in the chat box. You can just have a small glimpse of it.
शक्कर 1 किलो, आटा 5 किलो।
It's taking time. There is some technical glitch at my end only.
The concept of personality is something which has always fascinated the psychology community. What makes us who we are? Why do some people behave and act in certain ways? How is our personality different from the people around us? In a previous video, we talked about the Myers-Briggs test. If you haven't already watched this video, you can check it out after watching this one. But in this video, we'll take a closer look at the Myers-Briggs test, a method of sorting and categorizing different personalities. Curious about what personality type you identify with? Let's take a closer look at each possible result on this famous test. ISTJ, the inspector. The first result is known as the inspector. The letters in this result stand for introverted, sensing, thinking, and judging. These people are serious and highly logical. They might even be intimidating to some people because they tend to be very serious and formal. But overall, ISTJ individuals are proper, calm, and traditional. Funnily enough, these people are often misunderstood, perhaps because they often seem very serious. In reality, they value social responsibility and are very ethical. INFJ, the counselor. Next, we have the counselors, who often have a unique outlook on life because they always look deeper than what's happening on the surface. The letters in this result stand for introverted, feeling, and judging, with the N representing intuition. Also known as the advocate, these people are generally seen as diplomats. These people are usually very creative, with the ability to view concepts in a much deeper way than others, and they never accept things at face value. Sometimes other people see INFJ types as a little eccentric. INTJ, the mastermind. INTJ types are seriously deep thinkers. A more traditional introvert type, these individuals tend to work better alone and can comfortably handle long periods of time without any human contact. The letters in this result stand for introverted, thinking, judging, and intuition. These individuals love to develop elaborate strategies, and they hate it when things don't go according to their carefully laid out plans. ENFJ, the giver. Our next personality
I'll
type
stop
is
here
famous.
because of the time. I would expect you all to uh, go through it offline. I've shared the link because we have less time now, because just yesterday I got to know that your exams have been preponed. Probably, maybe we were expecting that March में आपके exams नहीं होंगे, लेकिन there is a possibility that end of the March your exams may come up. So we need to rush through the portion as well. It's good that our college started the portion pretty in time, and so we will not be having any problem covering it very nicely. So let's see the time. I'm giving and sharing this particular um, video offline to you all as well, so you can observe and see the video after the session. Is it okay, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Seeing
Yes,
the
ma'am.
time span. Okay, so I have already explained you all few of the combinations in MBTI, so definitely it's interesting one to see the whole video and understand the other types also. From 16 I have just representatively showed 4 or 5, and the others you can see it later on. Okay, because 16 एक session पूरा उसमें उसी में ही चला जाएगा. And there are few more links which will help you identify your own personality type with a personality test also. So I would appeal you all to go through the links. Okay.
Ma'am, Neha here.
Yes, Neha.
Ma'am, just very
Your voice
small.
is not clear. Can you be a little more loud?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, 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 Neha.
I just need small help to share this.
Yes, Neha.
I mean, we have started learning diary, but sometimes some topics are missing. Very few small information. So I think we can refer for PPT for the particular topic, just to write
Yes,
in
now
a
as I've come at the end of the first unit, I'll see that today itself I'll mark the this thing PPT on the mail so that the concerned IT department will convey it to you. I'll see that today. Maybe one of you all can just post a WhatsApp message to me, maybe at 11 or 12 o'clock, so that I can be reminded, because sometimes I tend to be an absent-minded professor. So you may take that. Clue and remind me, recall me, maybe after 2 hours. So okay, we'll move ahead. Basically MBT, why I want you all to take it, although it is a tool, it is definitely beneficial for you, क्योंकि आप आगे जाके आपका स्पेशलाइजेशन भी चूज करने वाले हो, तो डेफिनेटली आपका स्किल भी जरूरी है, लेकिन आपकी एबिलिटी क्या है. जैसे मैंने बहुत लोगों को जिनके साथ में मैंने कॉन्वर्सेशन किया है पिछले मंथ so many times, okay, I've always said that don't go with the virtue of how many marks in which subject you got. That will not take you anywhere. You may land up in a very difficult situation and make wrong choices. Okay, you have to have your own understanding. So आपका ability क्या है, not see all that you want may not be there in your ability. आपकी potential आपको जाननी जरूरी है. And then you, when you do your SWOT analysis, you come to know your potentials and you come to know your personality बोथ SWOT एनालिसिस भी जरूरी है और पर्सनालिटी टाइप, किस पर्सनालिटी टाइप में आप हो, इसका भी आपको रिव्यू करना बहुत जरूरी है. ओके, जैसे फैंटेसाइज्ड एग्जांपल probably, I have done my PhD in IT and HR. Now when I say IT and HR, probably I'm not a guy who can sit in the HR cubicle and resolve the disputes of people. Probably yes, I'm a good counselor, but then having the conflict situation may not be my cup of tea. Okay, probably yes. Okay, but at the same time I may actually be a good person to persuade some people. Okay, may it be counseling, putting my personality trait in these four categories as being a counselor, or maybe a marketer, or be a venturesome. Okay, so my personality type, I should have been judging myself, I should have been evaluating myself by using certain traits and kits available, just like this MBT. Okay, for my self awareness. Okay, to know my ability, where I am strong. Okay, so that I can build up my career further in that. Now, what would be the unethical use of MBT if I say, okay, can we use MBTI practice in these practices? Any idea? Suppose you are having a new job and the company decides to use MBT as a type indicator and evaluate you. Would it be okay? Quick answer, we have less time. For various practices like hiring, selecting, rewarding, and promoting, would you like yourself to be evaluated by your manager in this way? Quick answers. Those who are working. Yes, friends. Anyone would like to give your reflection? Hiring, selecting, rewarding, promoting, these are some of the managerial functions in an organization. You may get hired, you may get selected, you may get rewarded, you may get promoted. So, would this MBT as a tool be effective? Any answers?
Yes, ma'am. I think most of these parts are used while hiring.
Okay, now whether it is ethical or unethical is the part over here. Okay, because when I say that self awareness ke liye, self competence ke liye, again go back to the Johari window, go back to the OK Corral. Okay, go back to that particular understanding wherein I gave you an example of pampered child. Okay, wherein self awareness and self competence I have to use on my own, not on my team. Okay, it cannot, there are pros and cons. Okay, so MBTI doesn't measure skill over here. When you talk about a professional environment, just a while ago I mentioned कि आपका अगर स्पेशलाइजेशन चूज करना है तो आपको खुद को अपनी एबिलिटी देखनी है प्लस स्किल. अगर स्किल को हटा के ओनली एबिलिटी देखी जाए तो कंपनी को नुकसान हो सकता है. Isn't it? Company has to be selfish. आपने प्रोफाइल में आपका क्या डाला है, मैं ये जानती हूँ, मैं वो जानती हूँ, उसके ऊपर आपको हायर किया जाएगा. लेकिन आपको अपना डिसीजन लेने के लिए सेल्फ अवेयरनेस एमबीटी यूजफुल रहेगा. इट इज अ प्रेफरेबल टूल फॉर टेकिंग योर ओन डिसीजंस एज अ इंडिविजुअल. बट व्हेन यू put this MBTI tool in a professional environment, probably it will fall short because आपका स्किल को वो नजरअंदाज कर रहा है. यहाँ पे कोई MBT मॉडल में कहीं पे भी स्किलिंग पार्ट नहीं आ रहा है ज्यादा. हाउ वेल यू आर, योर प्रोफिशिएंसी, आपकी एबिलिटी एंड पोटेंशियल के बारे में जान रहा है वो. देयर इज अ सिनोनिमस डिफरेंस देयर, अ थिन डेविएशन between the ability and your proficiency. Therefore, it would be an inaccurate and unfair application of assessment in a professional environment. And the last point in today's, I have 2 minutes probably. I would request the IT department to please give me a couple of minutes more and inform the further speaker accordingly. Just 2 minutes more so that we can complete this big 5 personality factor model, because that will end the chapter. Take a snapshot of this. Basically, we are talking about the big 5 personality traits, because when we talk about personalities, we talk about people that have, that behavioral pattern have been influenced by various environmental factors that evolve the personality traits actually. So many different theories and models are there, and Mayer Briggs type is one of the type wherein It separates out people into 16 different personalities. Now another model which we are talking about here, the last point over here in today's session, is big five personality model, and it is also called as ocean model. Ocean model, which put forth the idea that human personality is made up of five basic dimensions. Okay, and these are openness to experience, conscientiousness, that is, talks about the carefulness, your your detailed planning, your detailed goal oriented kind of an approach, that is conscientiousness. Okay, your extroversion, that reflects your social ability, your agreeableness, and your neuroticism. Okay, that is how well you adjust. Now when we talk about this big five personality model, the best way to remember is the ocean. I've highlighted that model with the blue color as first word. Openness का O मैंने highlight किया है, conscientiousness का C highlight किया है, extroversion का E, agreeableness का A, and neuroticism का N. So basically, quickly I'll take you all through this model and then stop here. Openness to experience, when we talk about this trait, is often referred to as a as the depth of someone's mental experiences, your imagination, your curious mind actually. Okay, it encompasses someone's desire to try new things, to be more open and think creatively basically. Okay, so people, those who actually get rated in this area, are generally artistic, they are imaginative, they're curious. Okay, and those who are scoring less may actually not tend to come out of their comfort zone. They are very dull and literal minded. Okay, not open minded. So those who tend to score less, they are more conventional than the other people. Okay, so that is openness to experience. Conscientiousness, basically a person's reliability and dependability is observed over here, wherein the people, those who score high in this area, are more goal oriented, they are dependable individual, reliable, they are planned people, they are very neat and tidy in their particular approach. Okay, so these people tend to control their impulses and are usually very organized and disciplined. They are likely to see the success. Maybe in your schools you have achieved some good achievements, you have excelled in some activities, so it reflects in your ability. Those who score lower in this area are more likely to be shy. They are whenever any assignment is given to them, they try to avoid, they procrastinate. Okay, what is procrastination, we have seen in the earlier session somewhere. Okay, so they have that withdrawal kind of a tendency. Okay, so when the score is more, actually definitely you are actually going towards conscientiousness. Now when we talk about extroversion, these people are shy. When you score less in extroversion, you are shy and you have that withdrawal tendency as well. Okay, not only you're irresponsible, but you're having that unassertiveness. Okay, but when you score less, you are more social. You are a talkative person and you score high because you're confident enough, and you are having that controlling factor of getting recharged from in when you interact with people, you get charged. Okay, and the further is agreeable. Agreeableness shows how well someone gets along with other people. The people scoring high in this trait are usually well liked. They're they are approachable, and they are sympathetic people, affectionate, and people those who score less are usually blunt, rude, and sarcastic. Okay, and the last thing is neuroticism. It talks about the emotional stability basically, how well you are emotionally controlled. Okay, it measures how a person can control emotions like anxiety and sadness. Okay, कोई भी situation आती है तो आप किस तरह से react करते हो. Okay, so scoring high in this area indicates that someone may be prone to these emotions and may have low self esteem. आप नर्वस हो जाते हो, आप बहुत मूड फ्लक्चुएशन हो जाता है, मूड स्विंग्स बहुत हो जाते हैं जब आप लो स्कोर करते हो. Those who are having high score in this, okay, definitely they are more confident and they are more adventurous, they are having more stability. Okay, and they may achieve more in their lives. Okay, so that's all for big five model personality. And you can I have some video clips also for this as well. You can see it at the end of this session or later on. I'll share this slide immediately. I would like someone to share, post and remind me, so that I can share this particular slide pack, as well as various links which are there. You will get to study them. Okay, so the ocean model at workplace is given here. Okay, ओपननेस का हाई स्कोर क्या इंडिकेट करता है, वर्क प्लेस बिहेवियर नेगेटिव होता है तो क्या इफेक्ट करता है, कंसाइंटेडनेस हाई स्कोर एंड हाउ इट अफेक्ट्स द वर्क प्लेस बिहेवियर, पूरा एक्सप्लेनेशन यहाँ पे है. एक्सट्रोवर्जन अग्रीबलनेस के लिए भी, न्यूरोटिज्म के लिए भी. Okay, whatever I've explained is there on the screen now. And the last, significance of ocean model. Many studies have been conducted on the ocean model and behavior, and how these traits can somewhat predict a person's workplace social behavior and performance. Having a deeper understanding of this behavior can help the co-worker and managers create trust, better relate to one another, and cultivate a stronger workplace culture. This is very, very important. Okay. uh, there was a case study. I would like to hand it over to you. Maybe on Monday we can just have 5 to 10 minutes on this before we start with a new topic today for the unit, that is unit 2, perception. Okay, so I've given the solution also. We come to the end of unit 1. I would like you to take the personality test. The personality test is given over here. Okay, and the next topic which we're going to talk about is perception. Okay, so you may read about it, because we are going to go fast now. We may not spend time more on videos. We'll have to concentrate on more of the content which I need to cover, and whatever videos that are there, probably we can take it offline as well. Okay, this is one announcement for tomorrow, that is 27th February. I would appeal everyone to please be present. I would like you all attending this particular webinar, which is organized for you by the college. New Normal, A Way Ahead, and eminent speakers from Ernst & Young, Tech Mahindra, from SPPU, from Skill Edge. All these eminent personalities would be sharing their views, and it would be, I'm very sure that it would be helpful for you to get a visibility to gear up for your employable path ahead in your career. Okay, to make choices, to make the decisions, to actually look into your personality, because you will be observing. I definitely would like you all to observe these personalities also, how they deliver the session, what content they actually have in their speech. And I would like to know your reflections also. Okay, maybe on Monday we can have a reflection on this. So everyone should attend this session. I may ask you in the session probably, or you may contribute. Okay, that is the best way. Okay, so this is going to be a helpful session tomorrow. Okay, at 11 o'clock. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Have a nice day.